Hello and welcome to my channel where I make dishes from around the world. Today we're going to be making 5 delicious, colorful, refreshing salads from Asia, and I will tell you at the end of this video which one is the very best, the one that you should be adding to your weekly menu. Why am I doing this, you may ask? Well, I don't watch the Kardashians, but I constantly see these videos. First off, no judgment. Okay, I mean, like, there is a little bit of judgment because, like, sis, where are your toppings? Did the producers steal your toppings? Did they force you to eat a topless salad? I mean, I can't tell what your facial expression is, you know, through the screen. So if you need help, if you need someone to figure out this topping situation, you know, just hit that like button and I got you. I will figure out what happened to your topping. So I did watch a couple of their salad clips and not all of them are topless. Some of them do have, you know, tomatoes, carrots, and other sorts of toppings on there. But none of them made me want to eat a salad. None of them made me salivate. So today we're gonna be making some super epic salads. And because we're traveling through Asia and because one of the most common salads that they have on their show is some sort of Asian concoction, I wanna show some of the popular salads that you can find throughout the Asian region that will make your taste buds explode of delicious, healthy, fresh, flavorful, tasty, crunchy, crispy. I'm running out of adjectives, so let's go. Okay, so the 5 different salads that are gonna freshen up your life are Sanchai from South Korea, Caribou from Malaysia, Yam Kai Dao from Thailand, Ohikashi from Japan, and Kachumba from Pakistan, the south part of Asia. Almost all of these salads I've never had before, never tried before, so this is gonna be a first for pretty much all of these. I'm a salad version. So first we're gonna start off with Sanchai, which is basically a spicy radish salad. So radish is the base of the salad, the meat and bones, so to say. But there's no meat in here. Just gotta clarify because I've heard that Courtney is like a hardcore vegetable eater, so don't want there to be any confusion. So the first thing that we're gonna do is peel this lovely radish here. I'm probably not gonna use this whole radish because this is pretty large. Surprisingly, I do not eat radish that much, but in Korea, they eat a lot of radish. Now that our radish is sliced up, we're gonna add some salt in order to release the water from the radish. And we're just gonna let that sit for about 5 minutes.
5 minutes later.
I'm also going to hand dry this to try to release a little bit more of the water. Give this radish a nice hand job. Juice has been completely released, so now we're going to add green onions here and garlic. And now we're gonna add soy sauce, fish sauce, gochugaru for some spiciness, and a couple pinches of salt. You know, I've never really understood why Salt Bae was so impressive. Like, I feel like if he did something like that in front of me, I'd be like, can you make sure that salt don't, like, hit your elbow? I don't know where your elbow been. Plus, the elbow is like the second weirdest part of your body.
What's the first weirdest part?
Well, obviously, it's the put your hand in there to really get those flavors mixed up together. This is smelling delicious. Now we're just gonna top this off with some sesame seeds for a little bit of added crunchiness. And voila, salad number 1. And now, I suck at using chopsticks. Let's try. I'm gonna reserve my judgment till the end. Now, I'm gonna have DJ come in here. He's gonna try it so that he can give his opinion. It's not a noodle.
Okay.
You slurped it.
I can eat it how I want.
It's nice and spicy, salty, very fresh.
It's got a crispiness to it that I like.
I agree. It is nice and crispy.
But I do feel like it could use some other flavors. Like all I'm getting is the spice. The radish doesn't have a strong flavor to it that would contrast with that spice in order to create something that is like truly special.
So this is salad number 2 called Caribou, and this is from Malaysia. We're starting off with some diced cucumber. We're gonna put some salt over top of them to let that water release from the cucumber. And I will set that aside for about 10-15 minutes, maybe a little longer depending.
11 minutes later.
So now we're gonna rinse off these cucumbers. It didn't produce a ton of water, but we're just gonna rinse the salt off of these. There's actually a pretty good amount of salads that don't involve lettuce. You know, cucumbers can be a very nice base for a really refreshing salad. So I encourage you to use some other vegetables besides lettuce to kind of round off your salads. To these cucumbers, we're gonna add shallots. Usually it would be dried shrimp, but I have a bit of a shrimp intolerance. So instead I got some dried fish that I'm gonna add to it. Now some sambal, which if you can't find sambal at your local grocery store, I do have a recipe on it on my channel. If you go to my video where I talk about Balinese cuisine, you'll find a recipe for that. Some salt, palm sugar, and finish it off with some lime juice. And you know what? I feel like this is the perfect time to do the infamous Kardashian shake. Shake it off, 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 shake it off. Hey, hey, hey! This bowl is not waterproof. Okay. Yeah. All right. And that is Caribou salad from Malaysia. Now let's give this a try. This salad is actually really juicy because of the cucumbers and the sambal. Reserving judgment though. Let's go get DJ, see what he thinks. Come in here and give your opinion. Today.
That one is very fishy.
Okay, so up next is yam kai dao. So we're gonna start off by kind of making a dressing. We're gonna put it in, for you it's probably a blender. For me it's another janky device that I bought for 5 yen in Japan. So I've never actually used this, so hopefully it works. Yeah, I broke my last mortar and pestle. This was the next best option. To this, we're gonna add some chilies, some palm sugar, some lime juice, and some fish sauce, which is kind of a staple ingredient in Thailand. If you watched my Thailand video, you would know that. Okay. Oof. Okay, for 5 yen, that's not bad. It made a nice little dressing. Ooh, that's spicy. So I'm gonna set that aside and then we're gonna get started on our egg. For this next part, we're gonna go over to the stove because we're gonna need to fry an egg. So we're gonna start on medium heat. We're gonna start with some oil. Pretty decent amount of oil, to be honest. We're gonna let that oil heat up. I already hear the haters talking about, Tristia, that's not healthy. A Kardashian would never eat that. Okay, and that's the reason I'm not a Kardashian. That and plenty of other reasons. But also, I ain't say nothing about being healthy. I mean, most of these are healthy salads. They are. But, you know, if this is a little too much oil for you, just use a little bit of butter. It might not be as crispy, but it'll still taste pretty good. All right, got a little bit of sizzling going on. So now I'm gonna go ahead and drop this egg. Ooh, listen to the sizzle. And we're just gonna take some of the oil and drizzle it on top of the egg. You really want this egg to be pretty crispy at the bottom. Crispin. Crisp. Yo, this egg ain't playing. Oh, not in the face though. Come on now, bro. I thought we were cool. And for the most part, the egg should be thoroughly cooked through the middle. Not like completely, not like a hard-boiled egg, but not runny either. I'm gonna go ahead and take that off because that's looking pretty done. Now we have our egg bigger than my edges, mainly because my edges they really aren't that crispy to begin with because Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and kind of chop these up into little pieces so that we can put them in our salad. Oh, these turned out perfect, yo. Oh, yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Okay, set that aside. We got our tomatoes. We're gonna put in our celery, as well as a little bit of cilantro, some onions, egg, and then our dressing. We're also gonna add some nuts to top it off. Some peanuts to be more specific. Ugh, DJ's gonna hate me for this. Doesn't like nuts as much as I do. I'm gonna go ahead and taste this. Get a nice little bite up in here. Get a little bit of everything. That sweetness, spiciness, a little crispiness from the peanuts and the celery. Okay. Can you guess where this is from? It's from an Asian country.
Thailand.
Yeah.
I just got Philippines.
Oh. Our next salad is called ohitashi. For this one, we're gonna head over to the stove because we're gonna be making a dashi. So a dashi is usually kombu soaked in water. I could not find kombu by itself because right now I'm in Korea, but they did have this pack that had kombu as well as fish and dried mushrooms in it, so we're gonna use that to make a dashi. In a pot, we're gonna combine water as well as our dashi mix. Once it starts boiling, then we're gonna drain the mix from the water so that we can just have the stock. So I'm gonna take this off of the heat since it's looking like it's starting to boil. Drain it, that way we'll have our dashi base. I'm actually gonna put this back on the stove, and then I'm gonna add mirin and soy sauce. And this should add a nice savory flavor. I'm just going to mix that together. And then once this starts to boil, then I'm gonna take this off the heat and we're gonna cook some spinach. Now I'm gonna set that aside. So now that this is boiling, we're gonna put our spinach in there. And we're not gonna cook this for too long because spinach softens up very quickly. So it's gonna go in there for about a minute, and that's about all. A nice little spinach sauna. Take that off the heat. And now I'm just gonna drain the water from this spinach. Now, what I'm also gonna do is put this spinach in an ice bath. So that's gonna cool down, and then once that's finished cooling, we're gonna take the spinach and drain the water from the spinach. All right, so now that the spinach has been drained, now we are gonna add our dashi stock. Give that a little mix so that it really gets into the spinach, you know? And then what I'm gonna do is put this in the refrigerator. This one is a little bit more time consuming because it has to go back in the fridge for about an hour to really absorb those flavors.
1 hour later.
So the final steps, add some bonito flakes as well as some sesame seeds. Now, let's go ahead and taste this Japanese concoction. This one is from Japan.
Obviously.
Why you say that?
It's got bonito flakes and what looks like seaweed in here.
No, it's not
Kelp?
seaweed. No, it's actually just
Is it
spinach. Okay, and last but not least, we have kachumba from Pakistan. This one is really simple. It only involves a couple of ingredients: tomatoes, cucumber, cilantro, and then we have chaat masala, which you probably will have to find from some type of Indian grocery store or some type of store specializing in like Mediterranean and Indian ingredients. This is the only salad that I've actually tried before, but there's a couple of different ingredients that I haven't used when I've made it in the past. In a bowl, we're gonna combine tomatoes, our diced cucumbers, mix that up a little bit, cilantro, and the shallot, as well as some lime juice. And just mix that together. I'm also gonna add a pinch of salt to this to taste. And now we're gonna add the chaat masala, which is the main ingredient for this dish. This is definitely different from, regular masala that you will have, like garam masala or biryani masala or nahiri masala. Like, that's gonna be different. Then this is gonna have a different type of taste. So make sure if you're gonna make this salad that you use chaat masala. Put that in there. And voila, that is done. Let's try the kachumba. Very fresh. Those Indian spices coming out clean. Sanchai, the radish salad.
6 out of 10.
Okay. I gave it a 6.5 out of 10.
I gave it a 6.5 out of 10, and then I reconsidered it and lowered it to a 6.
Ah, okay. The Caribou.
So I gave this a 4 out of 10 because I was being generous.
So that also could have been because I did put a lot of fish in it. But on top of that, it's not fish that goes in it, it's shrimp. And because I couldn't put shrimp in it, I put fish in there.
So it might have been better if there was shrimp.
It might have been. I gave it a 7.5. I actually really liked it, but I do like fish, so.
I like fish too, but like it's just there's a type of fish flavor that I like, and like there was just something about it was too fishy.
Okay, the Yam Kai Dao.
I would say that one's like an 8.5, 9 out of 10.
Okay.
I really like that one. It's a very solid salad.
Solid. It was a solid salad.
It was a solid salad.
Oh, a solid salad. I thought you
you
said
think
solid.
No, a solid salad.
Okay.
Alliteration is better than that. Come on.
I gave it a 9.5. I really like that one.
I could bump into it. Like it for a salad, it's like a 10 out of 10. Well, 9.5 out of 10. I'll give it a 9 out of 10 salad. I've had some really good salads.
Yeah.
But also, it is just a salad, so I feel like 10 out of 10 is reserved for things like pizza or.
Yes, but if we're grading off of like every salad you've ever had in your life.
I would still give it like a 9 out of 10.
Okay, dude, what is like your best salad that you've had?
There's been some really good like tortilla salads that I've had.
Oh, okay.
Or like different taco salads. I feel like taco salad is cheating because it's basically just a taco.
It's just a taco.
But
with chips.
yeah, but it's still, it's still good. So
Okay.
you know.
The ohitashi, what would you give that one?
I would give this a 5 out of 10. Only it's like it's not flashy, it's not fancy, it's refreshing because it's vegetables.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's one of those things. It's like you eat it because it's healthy, not because it's delicious.
I also gave it a 5.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought I think it's pretty good for what it is. It is, like you said, it is refreshing. And then the bonito flakes adds a little bit of a kind of a fishy umami type of taste to it. But I think it would be better if it went with something rather than having it on its own.
I think so too.
Okay, and the kachumba.
I give this like a 7 out of 10.
It's great, right?
It's literally just tomatoes and cucumber, and I will never let you live that down. I know it's got onions in it, but like
And cilantro.
and cilantro.
Okay, I gave it an 8 out of 10.
Like it's good, but it's not a go-to.
And there you have it, the salads of Asia. Let me know if you want me to do this again for other countries, like maybe. Oh yeah, salads of Europe.
Salads of the U.S.
The salads of the U.S. The salads of South America. You know, let me know. I can do all different types of salads and try out some different salad recipes and give my opinion.
Do the pizzas of different places, and then we could just have a day filled with eating pizza. I'm not saying
That's
that
a
we
lot
have
of pizza.
to do that, but you know, it's just an idea.
Anyways, be sure to like and subscribe to my channel and comment if you make any of these, and also comment if you'd like me to see some salads made from your country.